Welcome clowns. You are seeing the title of the video and you are thinking, did I really start with those clickbaits as well? Because no one can really say which was the best game ever, right? Well, let me prove you wrong. There is a team game tournament going on right now which is called World Desert Championship. It has very unique map pool and it also features some 1v1 games. When I was preparing myself for the tournament, I was looking for other games and I found out this one. And the moment I saw it, I was 100% sure that this game has to go on YouTube. And I was also sure that it's the best game I've ever seen. So, first of all, let's start with the map. It's called Al Same. The map is very unique, as you can see, because there aren't really like normal trees on the map. There are only those piles of wood. Each of them has 100k wood, which basically means that they are unlimited in terms of AoE. There also isn't like too much of normal food, because there's only piles of food, basically the berries, and there's some hunt which you can use, which you can lure with the caravan. You are not starting with a normal scout, but you are starting with a caravan, which can lure the deers. But you are also starting with a camel, which is there for the scouting purposes mainly. And other than it, there are some like normal stone piles, normal gold piles. Players had to choose from a civilization pool, and they ended with different civilizations. Running was going for Saracens. Running is now housed, but same as you can see is going for vodka. Both of them had to make loom right now at population time, so that was a bit sloppy. Anyways, Running is playing Saracens, one of the civilizations from the pool, and vodka is going for Ethiopians. Obviously, both civilizations most of the time would like to play some like archers or crossbowmen or arbalists in the long term. And it makes a lot of sense to be using those civilizations on this map, because Saracens are amazing with their market, which can be really strong, especially if the players are that close as they are right now. And Ethiopians, on the other hand, have amazing eco bonus. They are getting 100 more, 100 food, 100 gold the moment they get to next age, which is really massive bonus, especially like that early on. Also, their archers are amazing. So I think both civilizations are really strong on this map, and I don't really mind either choice there from the players. You can speed up a bit because this game will take a while, I can tell you already. So first, kind of unique thing, most of the time you will see fast castle on this map, because you have the wood just under DC. The wood is, as we said, unlimited basically, so there's kind of no point for for opponent to be going for some feudal age army, because you will never harass the wood. You can maybe harass the gold, but it can also be close to the TC. There, as we said, isn't really too much of hunt around, so most of the time most of your villages will be just under the TC, and therefore going for fast castle makes a lot of sense. This is what Running wanted to do. And since he's Saracens, he's going for blacksmith and market here, which makes a lot of sense. I don't mind this, but Running was going about 20 villagers, or 19 villagers actually, and for now he's kind of struggling to click up. Now he even cancelled one villager because he simply doesn't have the food. Finally he made it to Castle Age. There's a lot of idle time for him. As you can see, what guys, only 2 villages is 2 villages ahead, and he won't be too behind in the castle time himself, although he's idling now as well to get to Castle Age, so maybe I spoke too soon about this one. After all, it's 50% difference. Vodka is 3 villages ahead, so both of them idled quite a bit to get to Castle Age as fast as possible. Still, that makes a lot of sense, because on this map you just want to put pressure on your opponent as fast as possible. So maybe even a bit of idle time isn't that big of a deal. Vodka is going with Ethiopians for double archer or double archery range, which makes a lot of sense. He's also making a spearman, which will turn into pikeman because he's Ethiopians. So I think his opening so far makes a lot of sense. Running is going for the stable, and he's going for the siege workshop. Also makes a lot of sense. Zero shot absolutely necessary against the crossbows there. And also the knights cannot really do much, cannot do that much here, because Vodka can just make a couple of pikemen all the time. Okay, so Vodka is going for the crossbowman, he's going for the bodkin. So I really like how he's approaching this one so far. Also taking quite some hits against the knights, which are completely unupgraded for running. Also you can see that the players took completely different approaches so far in the game. Vodka is having their 6 farms working, so he will keep producing villagers. Running has no farms, he finished all the food here, and he will finish the goats, and then he will have no food income in the game. Also he's now quite housed. We didn't talk about this one too much yet. Running made their defensive tower, he was afraid for this gold spot, so I think that actually made a lot of sense for him. Also made there those very nice walls around the wood lines, around the gold, so not only that there cannot be like scouts, but also archers cannot just go under the tower and kill from there. So I think that made a lot of sense, and for now his gold is completely safe for now. Also Running made the mangonels faster than Vodka. Vodka is just now making his defensive mangonel, and he wants to put pressure on Vodka. As we said, his eco will likely be worse. He cannot do much here. He also doesn't have any farms, so he won't have too many villages, let's be fair. But at the same time, if he just kills Vodka there, it doesn't really matter that you don't have the will count. But you need to kill opponent really fast if you are idling your TC in that case. Obviously Vodka cannot afford to go for like second, third TC. Vodka has to play on 1 TC, and as you can see he's not really producing villages all the time either, because it's tricky for him, and now he has 3 villages on food, which is still way more than what Running does if you check his eco. But it's not like Vodka would be able to boom out of this situation. Still, this is really annoying for Running, because now he cannot take the wood, and he has to address this one. And if you have 28 villages and 12 of them is idle, I actually see more than 12, but I don't know what it means. That's not really the greatest for you. So finally Running can take his wood again, and as we said, this isn't really the greatest position for him, I would say. So far he made there some damage against DC, made there some damage against this, but that doesn't really matter, right? And Vodka will have the better eco, he's already 4 villages ahead. He can kind of raid there with those crossbow, which has to be super annoying for Running. And Running isn't really killing, and Running has to kill. Like, Running literally has to kill, and he has to kill, you would say, quite soon. Right, let's speed up, because for now there won't be as much action happening. Running kind of defending there against the crossbowman. He's repairing the scorpion. And Vodka has to go back there, but he already made a lot of damage, like losing their 2 crossbows, but killing some villagers, idling. That was really good value. For now, the main thing is the mangonel fight. That was really good shot for Vodka. So far as it doesn't look like so, Running was trading better with the mangonels, and that will only continue in this game. And that's really important. Mangonel trades, if you have 30 population versus 30, can be just game deciding. So far Running isn't really taking bad trades, and that's the only thing what can save him in the game. Because if he doesn't kill with the mangonels, he will just lose. He will have worse eco, and he will have worse eco, and he will have no follow-up. If you don't have any villagers on food, it's tricky to do something in the game. Mainly because you cannot make more villages. That's like the main issue. And if you have 28 villages, that's not really that much either. Well, so far Running isn't producing villages for like 10 minutes straight, and he's not losing the game. But that's the thing, because Vodka isn't really producing either. Vodka has 2 villages on food right now, so he cannot really afford too much of villager production either. Okay, the TC is getting quite down, and that can be tricky for Vodka, because you have to repair the TC. That's quite expensive. You need to use their villages for repairing. You're also spending a lot of wood on it, and that's not really great, because Vodka doesn't have that many villages either, and if you are basically idling them like this, if we call it this way, then you are not really in getting more resources than your opponent after all, even though you can have more villages. It was really good trade for Running, killing there. I'm sorry that we didn't have the score for now. Running got there really good trades, and getting some crossbows, getting there some pikemen. So he can be very happy about it one, and he can even harass Vodka's gold pile, which is very nice for him. Vodka is their defensive mangonel, so running is just going back. Those crossbows are quite low, so I wouldn't risk them here. However, 2 crossbows can be quite nice there. Imagine if Vodka would come with 2 scouts, then those 2 crossbows can actually save running in the game. Right, so what we didn't talk about it, running is sending now more villages on stone. You can sell with Saracens quite well in the market to stone, so that makes a lot of sense for him. And he will also run out of this gold pile very soon, which can be tricky because then he has to move likely here, and this is where Vodka will likely raid him. And it's not like running can afford to make their 2 defensive towers or such. Right, well, that was really good trade for Vodka, for running after all, killing their mangonel. That's what I said. Running was just taking better mangonel trades most of the time, and that's what's keeping him in the game. Because if Vodka would just defend there with the mangonels, running is dead. Literally, running would be dead. He's 8 villages behind, he doesn't have any follow-up, he doesn't have any villages on food for like last 15 minutes, right? So, yeah. This is all running can produce: mangonels, some monks, maybe some knight if he buys the food for it, and that's the army that he needs to kill Vodka with. Vodka doesn't have big ego either, right? Vodka has 2 farms right now, but Vodka still has more villages than running. And he's not dying. He's not dying at all. He still has the TC, and he does really good. Again, running taking very good trades there. Getting the conversion against the crossbow is just so crucial. However, most important thing is to get a good mangonel trades here. Okay, there was 1-for-1, which isn't really great for running. I don't really like that running was not paying too much attention, and that was again bad trade for him. 2-for-1, that's tricky for running. Running cannot afford this, and I don't really like that Vodka isn't that running isn't really putting more pressure on the siege workshop, because with the siege workshop here, running can never take a good trades against the TC. He cannot be pushing from there. Like, if he would be pushing from there, it wouldn't be the worst, because then the mangonels wouldn't just pop up next to your mangonels. But he cannot push from there because there is the hill. So he cannot push uphill towards the sea, obviously, and therefore he has to be basically pushing from this side, where Vodka has the siege workshop. And if you are pushing there with the mangonels, then Vodka can just pop out mangonels any second, of his own any second, and yeah, then you can't really react to it. Okay, then Vodka is getting some scouts himself. He will just kill there the monks. He's killing there even the knight. After all, I think he could micro this one quite better since this is an upgraded knight. But after all, it doesn't really matter that much. Running was trying to do there something with his army. Didn't really work out for him, and he will lose the knight in the end anyways. So 7 villages ahead for Vodka. I think neither of the players added a villager in like last 5 minutes. As you can see, villages just don't matter in the game. And running is now going back there. So running is going back with the mangonels, and that's not really great for him, because he still has worse eco than Vodka. Real nice ground shot there, I like it. And running is defending, running is going there for the golds. As we said, that can be tricky. This is just super exposed, and if Vodka would be using his crossbows forward, then this is likely the area that he would be pushing. Either he would be going here, or he would be going here. None of this is good for running. So I think those crossbows just should be forward for Vodka, because they won't really accomplish anything home. And if Vodka would just move them forward, I think he should kill the running home. Anyways, for now, running is starting to put more pressure on the siege workshop. I like it. And yeah, he needs to get rid of the siege workshop. Otherwise, he won't just be pushing more forward. That's what we said. Mangonel just popping out randomly from the siege workshop. 1-for-0. Amazing trade for Vodka. Okay, important trade there. In the end, it was 2-for-2, I believe, because Vodka deleted this Mangonel trying to get a good shot. Didn't really work out for him. So in the end, 2-for-2. Still not great for running though. In the end, running is getting redemption. Yeah, he needs redemption to convert the siege workshop, maybe to convert mangonels. I kind of like this decision for him. And that was so good. Running got there two conversions of the mangonels. Now he has 3 mangonels against 0 of vodka, and he can just do something in there. That's what we talk about though. I'm sorry that I missed that for now. 5 dead villages here, some more dead villages here. Running had 28 villages, which wasn't too much. Well, now he has 17. He will even lose this scorpion. So like 2 really important things happens in last minute. Running lost there more than 10 villagers here and a scorpion to 6 crossbows. So that's really tricky for him. Another villager down, so running is down to 16 villagers without any food income. But at the same time, running got there quite a good trade forward. Another great trade for him. Converting the mangonel here, killing those crossbows. So in the end, running is pushing. Okay, let's see this trade. Oh, that was a bit unfortunate for running, because he's converting the siege workshop, but Vodka just get there the mangonel in time and killed one of running's mangonels. Alright, so situation we have now. Vodka is with double the population, which is quite important actually, but he doesn't have siege workshop and he cannot really defend against this army. There are monks, there are some knights, and there are mangonels. And Vodka, what can you really do about it? You have 6 crossbows, you have 1 scout. I don't think that you can take there ever a good trade against this. And that's tricky for you, because then you are losing this TC, and even though that opponent has no eco, if you are losing this, you basically have no eco yourself. Right, so running, pushing there. I think this TC will go down eventually, but he needs to make sure that he's not taking 2 bad trades behind this one. I'm sorry that I'm still speeding this one up, but trust me, I need to speed this one up, otherwise the video would be just way too long. Right, so this TC will go down, as we said. There is no way that nothing Vodka can do about it. He doesn't have siege workshop of his own, and he has there those soon to be light cavalries. Okay, so this can be extremely crucial fight, because Vodka can maybe kill this army. There are 4 mangonels, there are some camels, even 1 knight, and there are some monks. I would bet on running to win this fight, but either way this is going to be so crucial for the players. If Vodka wins this fight, the game is over. There is no way that running wins if he's 22 villages behind right now. Okay, so the TC is going to get down. Vodka cannot save this one, but well, now he can take his time to fight, because he cannot really save the TC anymore. So what matters just now is to get a good trade against this army composition of running. The running cannot really afford more army behind this, so it's fine for Vodka. He will get another light cav, he will get another crossbow, and maybe if he takes good trade here, he can win the game. I still think I would prefer running's position. He can. There was missed ground shot though. Okay, that was better ground shot though. That was so massive for Vodka, for running I mean, and I feel like Vodka completely screwed up there, because the crossbow just shouldn't be there. He should just send the light kills, he should get the kills against the mangonels, and then he can kill everything here of running behind this. He would have like 8-9 crossbows with Ethiopia with the upgrades, so I cannot see running ever take good trades there behind this. I think Vodka just shouldn't lose those crossbows here, and that's hurting him a lot. Alright, so the situation we have now. Vodka has villagers, running has military. And it's not like either of them can do anything more. Running doesn't have a TC, so Vodka doesn't have a TC, so Vodka cannot really extend his population lead, or his eco lead, or his boom, or anything how we want to call it. On the other hand, he has 22 more villages than running. Running does have a TC, but he doesn't have the villages. Running is still with 16 population, but he has the military. However, his military won't do really too much because he doesn't have siege there. It's just now getting there 1 mangonel of his own, and I'm not sure that will be really enough, because there are 5 crossbows likely can be guaranteed, garrisoned in the tower, and watchtower with Botkin. I think running has to get there another mangonel, honestly. I don't think that he can really kill this with one single mangonel. Also, Vodka could be using there his crossbow a bit more. I would be going from this side and trying to get there some shots on the mangonel. Don't think he should be really doing anything here. Right, yeah, still no TC for Vodka. We are only like 50 minutes in the game, so not like we can expect a TC from either of the players at this stage of the game. Running, I think it's been 35 minutes approximately since Running had last food income in the game. All those camels or everything he produced afterwards is bought for the market, for using the Saracen market. I can tell you, Running didn't have any single farm since that point. Still, he's kind of winning the game, right? Which is so amazing. I love to see this one. I kind of have to cheer for Running, given how clownish he plays there. So I'm very happy that this is kind of working for him. Anyways, now he has to be very careful, because that's a ball of crossbows that can, I think, two-shot maybe even the camels. So, oh, but that's bad for Vodka. Many of them are down now, or very weakened. 3 down, I think. Yeah, you cannot really afford to be taking such trades. And I also don't like that Vodka was going for triple range there. I think Siege Workshop instead and Mangonels would be so much better than another Arch Revenge and another crossbows. Anyways, Vodka is getting a TC now. It's been a while since he has a TC, but not like it really matters because Running isn't really booming either. And Vodka is still double the population of Running, basically. 27. What we didn't see there, though, there were more villages on the gold, and Vodka came there and killed them. So Running had 16 villages, which wasn't that bad after all. If we take a look at his situation, right? Running has 11 villages versus 35 of Vodka, and he can still win the game. Because like 45 villages isn't a good eco either, let's be honest, but it's just amazing that you are in a situation where you can win this one. Okay, another great trade for Running, getting a conversion, killing 2 crossbows of Vodka. It's really major. Yeah, but he needs to be careful with this one. I don't really like that Vodka is still ungarrisoning from there. I don't think he should be producing ever from those either. And he needs a Siege Workshop. He needs to be producing mangonels. I think that's the main mistake that Vodka made so far. Overall, I believe that his strategy should be working against what Running is doing. But first of all, he's taking real bad trades with the mangonels. And secondly, he's just not producing mangonels enough. He's just going for too many crossbows when he should be going for mangonels. Obviously, he can use his micro, and he's Ethiopian, so I don't really hate it, but I think if he would be going for mangonels, he would be in such a better position. Right, we're not missing much in Running space. Good thing if you have 11 villages, though, that you can basically fit them all under DC, and then you cannot lose them anymore, because Running has their 10 villages here on the wood. That's literally everything he has, and he has 1 villager here forward. Right, well, still, I don't really know whose position I would choose there. Sounds crazy, but Vodka doesn't have villages either. He has only 45. Most of them are on gold, some of them on wood. It's not like you can do much with those crossbows. You cannot engage here against the mangonels. You cannot engage here against this. Like, maybe you should be standing here with the crossbows. I believe that's like your best chance. Because you cannot really engage there ever. I believe how you should be playing this one would be trying to boom out. As easy as it sounds, I think it should be your best play. And you should be just producing mangonels. The silver ship should be like here. I would put it like here. So I would just unpop the mangonels and just get there the trades all the time. Basically as he did here, like he was holding it there for 15 minutes just using one siege workshop. So he needs to be doing the same, using the crossbows forward, denying eco as much as possible, taking some trades around. I don't really hate it either, and yeah, so holding home, using your advantage and trying to boom out maybe for, I don't know, light gas or anything, which actually is easier than it sounds. Okay, by the way, we missed their major update. Running after 40 minutes without food income, he added 2 farms. So that's quite a massive reboom given how much food he got in the last 40 minutes. Running needs their conversions, and he's getting it. He got 1 conversion, killed another 2, 1 for 1 in the mangonel trades. I think that was very good trade for Running. That was, I believe, 1 monk down for 3 camels basically, and 1 for 1 mangonels. Okay, let's take a look at vodka. I don't know why vodka isn't producing though. Does he? Okay, here's the market. I believe it should be just like spreading around, you know, those piles of wood, as we have to call them here, should just never be contested by Running in the next 10 minutes. He cannot really spread his army when he's going for this. So I believe he should be just around and yeah, exactly, going there, doing some more villages, maybe trying to get Farmiko. I don't know. I don't really care like where you put it. Imagine like Farmiko here. I don't really care about this one. But you should be trying to get some value from your army, from your boom. If you're just standing home and trying to fight the mangonels, I don't think it's the best decision. Still, like, oh, Running lost the villager. I'm sorry, I missed that. I think Running lost the forward villager, so Running has now 10 villagers. What kind is for day 6 though? Like, you cannot really. Oh, Running is rebooming though. You cannot really afford losing the villages in the long term, because there will be a situation where you won't have any villagers, and then it will be really tricky to win the game. But yeah, Running is rebooming. It's kind of insane, but he's adding villagers. Okay, 1 for 1 trades there, and can Running get the conversion? No, he cannot. Cannot. Yeah, nice play there by Vodka. Obviously, has to be greedy with those crossbows. If you want to be having the crossbows home, you have to be super greedy with them, trying to get their trades. But now with the Scorpion, with the mangonels, in the end, 1 for 1 trade basically. Still, Running needs to convert this one. I don't know what he's doing with his army. His army has to be here trying to get the silver shop. I think like I would call this game like 15 times by now. And when I was picking it for the first time, I was literally like 10 times I was kind of sure that one of the players, and I was always changing my mind, has the game in his pocket. Because like the situation we have now, Running has 10 villagers, most of them are idle here in the TC. He has 2 farms that he can use. Okay, that's not the best for Vodka. On the other hand, Vodka has nothing. Literally, Running still has some army, although it's not really crazy. And that wasn't really the best fight for Vodka. He will like lose the mangonel in the end, but he's losing there quite something behind this. I think now I believe Vodka should win the game. It's 44 population versus 19. I don't think that Running was ever in the situation when he had 19 population. We are crossing. It's 1 hour 3 minutes, and Running has 19 population, right? He's not producing more villagers. I think he realized that adding eco is a mistake in the game. And yeah, however, Vodka doesn't really have much, right? Vodka doesn't have gold income mainly. Cannot really. Oh, there's idle villager. I think this one should be doing something. Vodka doesn't have gold income, I believe, because all of his villagers, if I'm not mistaken, are here. No, there's 37 villagers. Vodka has somewhere 2 more villagers, which can be quite important, honestly, because every village, I guess, here. Yeah, Vodka doesn't really see the gold spots, I believe, on the map. Yeah, so he's going for more wood, but I think you need to be kind of rebooming there. You need to be like rebooming, making their defensive siege workshop. And obviously you need to be tricky, you need to be careful, because if those knights would find this army, those villagers, then basically that's like 10 villagers by the time you finish the TC. Anyways, Vodka will have 3 TCs right now. I think he shouldn't like just be ignoring this TC, for example. Yeah, so and you should be just counter-attacking. I think the crossbows, like, not like Vodka has too many crossbows, which again, I think shouldn't be taking the trades home. He should be taking the trades forward most of the time, like trying to raid with his crossbow numbers, because he cannot really engage easily against this. But obviously now he doesn't have crossbows, and I also like him to be more here with his army, trying to like idle and such and such. And he should be getting Furiko. Yeah, here he's getting it here. I like it. I think that's a better decision than making the Furiko here. I would make it here as well. But I believe there should be a siege workshop again closer to the TC now, because now Running can be basically pushing from there, and he shouldn't be threatened about the mangonels. But guys, but guys, for the villages, but he has 4 TCs. Not like this TC is doing anything for him, but he's kind of producing from those, and he will have the gold income. Running reboomed again to 11 villagers. He finished the farms, so that was just one-time idea, trying to get some farm eco, some food eco, but he bailed on that idea. Don't really hate that one. Getting there some good trades against the villagers though. Running is 22 population versus 40. We are 1 hour 10 minutes in. But that's oh, okay. I wanted to say that it's really good trade for Running, but no, it wasn't. It's 1-4-0 basically with the conversion here. And this mangonel won't finish. And that's what I said. Like the siege workshop should be protected also by the TC from the monks. So the siege workshop literally needs to be like here, like here, so the monks cannot just stand there and convert it. And this is really tricky for Vodka. He cannot repair this one. Yeah, and there should be dead villages. I cannot see them. I cannot really see many of them escaping. This should be just ground shot, maybe even some converts. Yeah, those villages literally didn't do anything, and literally all of them died. Running converted one villager, so now he has 12 villages instead of 11. And he's pushing into another TC. Like, as it sounds crazy, I believe Running with 12 villages is just winning the game. Even though Vodka is now on gold, like that's really major. I believe if Vodka would just be placing better siege workshops in this game, he would be winning the game by now. I cannot really see otherwise. I think there one villager under a TC, and the villager will even survive. Running, I believe Running is microing this. Okay, maybe not. I believe you should be microing this villager. Like you should be on. You could be on 13 villages if you would save this one. But it's just. And did Vodka buy a castle completely? Vodka doesn't have any stone income, right? I don't really like that. Yeah, I think that Vodka is just kind of out of ideas how he should be playing this game. I believe Vodka is completely mad at this point of the game. Yeah, because like this castle is bad. There should be again siege workshop. You know, siege workshop next to TC. Keep producing mangonels, keep taking 1-for-1 trades, and use your crossbows to idle this one. That's literally the winning composition for winning play for Vodka. Idle as much as you can in running space, and just defend with defensive mangonels. You don't need castles. I believe that this castle won't even do anything. Like sure, Running cannot push from there, but he can push from there, and that's like so. After all, this won't be saved anyways. Don't really like how Vodka played this one, or how he used the resources here. Okay, I think we can speed up quite a bit because yeah, the game will take quite a while still. But I believe Running is in really good position right now. He's 12 villagers, but now Running is booming like a madman. Honestly, Running is up to 4 farms. Okay, he bailed on this one. But 4 farms, that's kind of crazy, given his standard in this game. Vodka has 28 villages. He cannot really produce from. Okay, is there one TC he's producing from? Sucks that he made those farms that he cannot use right now. Yeah, he's again on this wood pile. It's just if you remember the start of the game, I would like to say running started here and Vodka started here. There was Vodka's first TC. Yeah. Then he lost this one. He moved here. He moved here. Vodka pushed here, killed the tower. Then he moved here. Vodka like pushed this one away. Vodka moved here. Again lost the TC. Moved here. Lost the TC. Moved here. Lost the TC. Now moved here and moved here again. Literally, Vodka's villagers have to have like they've seen all the map by now. All those villagers just know what's up. But yeah, as I said, I believe that the game is looking really good for running, and I think we can speed up quite a bit for now. What guy's getting there? What guy's just defending with castles, but that's not really working. If you have only castles and no army, that and another thing, if like opponent can push from any side, which he choose from, then the castle will never like protect the TC. So I don't really like using the castles there. Okay, what guy is now on stone? I believe he still bought quite some stone in the start, but now he's on stone somewhere, which I'm missing. Oh yeah, he's on stone here. Okay. Yeah, still I don't really see. I don't see the point of those castles, honestly. It's not like you can produce shuttles from them. And yeah, you would rather invest these resources into wood and have the 0 shops. And running is just moving around the map and killing what he sees. And I think Vodka is just making it easy for running at this point of the game. Because Vodka isn't making any army, literally. Vodka is just trying to boom here now again. But running made a second DC even. That's crazy, running made a second TC. What the guy's making there now another castle, like he will push this one away. But there are 2 castles that are protecting 5 farms right now and a TC. That's nice. However, as you can see, running is booming. Running is now up to 30 villages. I think running is now at his highest village count ever in the game. Yeah, he's even doing villages from 2 TCs, so, and Vodka isn't doing villages from any TC because he doesn't have any. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Vodka is this TC. Yeah, and running just killed too much in this game to lose it from this point on, I believe. At this point, if you already have the better eco and if you have the military around the map, you just cannot lose the game. Running is, for now, we can see that there wasn't that much action by running, like being aggressive. That's really Vodka just, I mean, those are the converted arch ranges which running is using right now, but it's really massive for Vodka. It's what, like 4 dead villages, 5, 6, I think 7, 8 dead villages, I believe. So 10 villages ahead now for running. Even 30, no, okay, he lost the TC, so he's now on second TC. He still has this military, which Vodka isn't addressing at all, and that means that running can just do anything he wishes in the game. Another TC that's just poor farm TC for running. Vodka literally has there just those 2 TCs, but yeah, this TC I think should fall down if he doesn't get great trades from it. I don't really like that running is pushing from this direction. This is like the most important thing that we saw in this game. Running not pushing from the best direction, I believe sometimes, and Vodka sometimes punishing it. At least in the first 15 minutes he was just punishing it really well. But yeah, in the end it will be a great trade again for running. 140 basically. Got the conversion, but in the end that Mangonel was lost to castle, but doesn't really matter anymore. 15 more villages. Vodka is trying to boom. He has 1 TC against 3 of running, and yeah, as we said, running right now has already the eco. Vodka has the literally, this is everything Vodka has. 1 castle, some farms here, trying to make another TC now, and 2 castles and 1 TC between them here. But I just want to finish the game, but that's the issue. If you have 40 villagers or even 70, you are deep in Castle Age, as we see running is now clicking to imp. You don't really have the resources to be killing castles of your opponent. So we have to wait for imp, and also we have to wait for Vodka to basically realize that the situation is completely hopeless for him. Anyways, now running is going for the castle. He will make their traps. He's going for light caves, and he has 30 more villagers, or more than 30 more villagers. Vodka is literally nothing. I don't know why he's not calling the GG yet, but I guess we have to wait a bit. It is late, but we are close to 1 hour 45 minutes of the game. What an amazing game we had there, literally. And here we go. Game finished. Whew. Oh my god, what an amazing game. Okay, so first of all, I believe Vodka had a better civilization, and I believe he should be winning against the strategy of what Running was doing. Running just get their amazing trades in the start of the game, and that kind of kept him in. Literally, the mangonel trades where Running was out macroing Vodka was what kept Running in the game. Then he lost like 20 of his villagers, so he dropped from 28 villagers and no farm to 11 villagers, even to 10 villagers. In the game, that was a situation where I would feel kind of hopeless for him, but at the same time Vodka didn't really have much, and Vodka was, as we said, Vodka was starting here, then he moved like here to under the tower, here, here, then he was here, then he moved here again, I think here for a second, and then basically here. So I think Vodka made like 12 TCs in the game, something like that. Started here and finished on the exact opposite side of the map. Yeah, still Running, amazing game for him. What a clownish play, what a clown player, and he won with it. I'm so proud for him, and what a great game we had there. So I hope guys that you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. So see you clowns.